Hey everybody, it's Craig with Smartphone Envy, and today we're going to take a look at Apple's new iPhone 4. Before I get to the review, I want to let you know Smartphone Envy is going to be giving this phone away on July 5th, so make sure you stop by smartphoneenvy.com and register to win your new iPhone 4. Alright, it's a quad-band GSM phone, quad-band 3G. Phone weighs in 137 grams, so it's about average weight for high-quality smartphone that's out there today. Build quality is very good. Glass back, glass front, some metal accents around the camera. Also a very nice metal rim around the entire outside of the phone. Phone feels very, very solid. Size comparison wise next to the Droid Incredible. You can see that the iPhone 4 is just a little bit shorter. It's also a little bit wider and definitely narrower. Taking a quick look around the iPhone 4, on the bottom of the phone you've got dual speakers along with the proprietary port for charging, syncing, and transferring data. On the left hand side you have the two volume keys up and down along with the mute key. On the top of the phone is a 3.5mm headphone jack along with the power and lock key, and on the right hand side is a SIM card cover slot. On the back of the phone is a 5-megapixel camera with autofocus, LED flash, touch focus, and geotagging. Also shoots video at 720p at 30 frames per second. The flash acts as a video light shooting video, and it also offers geotagging. Underneath the battery cover is a 1420 milliamp battery. On the front of the phone in the upper left is a front-facing VGA camera for video calls. Below that is a 3.5-inch TFT capacitive touch display showing 640 by 960 pixels. The screen itself is scratch resistant. It offers multi-touch, an accelerometer sensor, a proximity sensor, and a 3-axis gyro sensor. Phone has 16 gigabytes of internal memory, 512 megabytes of RAM, offers Wi-Fi B, G, and N, Bluetooth version 2.1 with A2DP, GPS with support for AGPS. It runs on a 1 gigahertz Apple A4 processor, and the operating system is Apple's iOS 4. Let's take a little closer look at the user interface on the iPhone 4. First thing I want to talk about is the home key. Obviously, whatever panel you're on, pushing on it once will bring you back to the home screen. Pushing on it again will launch the search application on your iPhone 4. What's new is pushing down on it twice will open up your task manager down here at the bottom of the screen. And obviously to access any of the applications that are currently running in the background, tapping on the icon will take you to it. If you want to close applications from the task manager, simply holding down on one will get all of them to wiggle or vibrate and also bring up the little red circle with the minus. Simply tapping on that will close those applications running in the background. So that's your new task manager. Also, holding down on the home key will bring up voice control. Call John Doe.
Calling John Doe. Mobile.
Voice control will allow you to call contacts, play albums, and play playlists. The other thing I wanted to talk about are folders. Prior to this, you had 11 different panels along with 16 application shortcuts per panel, so finding an application at times could be difficult. Now you can create folders. Let's say we want to create a productivity folder. What we're going to do is we're going to hold down on one of the icons until they all start to move. We're going to drag the calendar on top of contacts. Now we've got our productivity folder. We can add other applications to it. Let's add weather, and let's add notes. And now if we take a look at our productivity folder, those are the different applications. Sliding up will close it. Let's say we also want to set up a photography folder. Well, let's take our camera and drop that over on photos. Now we have a photography folder. Again, sliding up. Now we've got our folders created. Simply tapping on the home key will stop the wiggle, and now we've got our folders created. So we go into productivity, want to go to our calendar. There we are. So this allows you to have an awful lot more applications on the iPhone and also have them organized at the same time. Now, to get rid of a folder, simply hold down on the camera in this particular instance and pull that out. Go back and pull photos out, and now our folder is gone. So that's how you create and remove folders. One of the things I wanted to take a look at on the phone is the camera. Actually, what I really wanted to look at was the photos that I took this morning, so I can give you take a look at those. See if I can zoom in a little bit for you as well. There you go. So I took these this morning. Obviously you can double tap to zoom in and out, multi-touch, and then to scroll between them. There we go. Double tap to zoom in, multi-touch as well. Gives you an idea of the quality of the photos on the phone. And then I also took a video, nothing special, but give you an idea. Again, it shoots video at 720p. You can also edit the videos on the phone itself. So there's a look at the photo gallery and the quality of photos on the new iPhone 4. Let's take a look also at AT&T navigation. It's called the AT&T Navigator. Telenav, same application that runs on Sprint phones. We'll load that up and we'll go to Starbucks like we always do. There it is. And again, this is voice turn-by-turn navigation. And we get a list of the Starbucks close by. And for some reason it's taking it a while. Here we go.
New route. Turn left to Lavenda Road and then turn left.
One of the things I thought was pretty cool about this, you'll notice right here in the upper right, looks like a little iPod. In fact,
Checking
it
route
is.
for traffic.
So your music application you have access to while inside navigation, which I thought was pretty neat. So navigation works fine. Let's also take a look at YouTube real quick. Nothing new, but you do have different resolution on the screen than you had prior. So let's take a look at that.
The pollings of those Americans that did not pick up the phone because they thought it was possibly a debt collector. It appears to me, John, that America has realized that at some point you have to stop blaming the bitch that gave you herpes and just start taking the medication.
All right, so there's a look at YouTube. And then let's also take a quick look at the browser. Again, I've got this hooked up to my home Wi-Fi. I've got the screen turned up as bright as it will go. And it's currently loading up Engadget.com, one of my favorite sites. Smartphone Envy has a lot of flash on it, so there's obviously some issues. So we're going to take a look at a couple other sites other than Smartphone Envy. It doesn't mean you shouldn't stop by. And make sure you stop by so you can register. Browser works very well. It's very smooth. It's a little more controlled than it was in prior creations. In other words, it used to just flip up from the bottom and it would wildly move down to the bottom. It doesn't do that anymore. It's much more controlled. Again, you can still tap up on the top to get quickly back up to the top, which I like quite a bit. You can double tap to zoom in, double tap to zoom out, multi-touch. One thing I did notice about multi-touch, and you can see there, it doesn't reformat the text to fit the screen, which I thought was a little bit unusual. Let's go to another site so you can watch it load. Let's go to GSM. There it is, GSM Arena. And there we go. And again, you can double tap to zoom in, double tap to zoom out. But it's very smooth. So that's a quick look at the browser. Anyway, that's about it for today. I hope this has been helpful. Take care.